joy to be here with you this morning and to share in these two events. There's nobody else on earth I would do this for other than Reverend Whipple. I cannot imagine leaving my church on Palm Sunday, but even more on, this has been our International Women's Week. And I have a guest, and we got our dates somewhat mixed up. And I had to make a decision. And I'm one of those persons that appreciate a favor. And Reverend Whipple, he was with us. He was a youth minister over our youth church, but also a very faithful son in the ministry. And he did something for me I did not even, or at least never imagine. Helped me to become inducted into the Board of Preachers at Morehouse College. So I'm one that cannot forget a favor. That's why I'm here this morning. But also because of him and my wife, his surrogate mother, who was just anxious to come and see him anyway. He's been part of our family. He connects with our adult children all the time, and I thought some of them would be coming, but their schedules would not permit. But anyway, we're here, and we're more than happy to share with him and to be in his pulpit in his church, where he has been appointed as shepherd of these two churches. And I just wanted to see what he was doing. So we're glad to be here. And some of you we met when we did come down to Winston-Salem. And we just love doing that kind of thing, making people feel good and letting them know that we're more than happy to have you. And that's why we keep that little old light on, shining down there at Emmanuel, hoping you'll come back again. I've enjoyed the worship this morning. This has been really inspiring, and I thank God for you. This is a special time in the history of the church. If these events never happened, probably none of us would be sitting here this morning. All right. But because he did, we too live. And not just any life, but the abundant life, which he has given to us. So we're happy to share with that. Now, I want to lift up a passage of scripture that's found familiar, I'm sure, to all of you, in the Gospel of St. Matthew, chapter 16 and 24. Matthew 16 and verse 24. And while you're looking that up, I want to say good morning to Mrs. Whipple. I've had the privilege of marrying her, and she came into all of our lives as a bundle of joy. And Whipple is crazy about their home. Amen. If you have it, please stand. Let us read together. You may begin. Read from any translation. If anyone will come after me, let him or her deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. Thank you very kindly. I want to focus on two words this morning. Deny thyself. And I want to make it a little more personal as I lift up the title from a popular song recorded by Beyonce after a failed relationship, and talk about what she discovered in the end. Me, myself, and I. These are the lyrics. Me, myself, and I. That's what I got in the end. That's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm going to be my own best friend. Right. Even though these lyrics are derived from a painful separation of two lovers, Beyonce's reflection upon this painful experience depicts her as a kind of lady philosopher who has unraveled a deep philosophical issue with which we all have to wrestle with all of our lives. Right. The question Beyonce raises is not where did I come from, or where am I going, or how will I get there, but who am I? None of the other questions will make any sense until we come to grips with me, myself, and I. We cannot fulfill the meaning of our birth or live with others until we learn how to live with ourselves. The question of identity raises our anxiety over the need to be at home with ourselves. The African theologian St. Augustine once wrote, "I am a question and the land of weariness to myself." Beyonce reminds us that life requires us to confront and deal with ourselves. We may ignore problems, go from relationship to relationship, from community to community, from job to job, and even from church to church. We may even fantasize about reality. But the one reality from which we cannot escape is me, myself, and I. When the music stops playing, the lights go out, the friends depart, and you are sober again, you still have to deal with yourself. Do I have a witness? Many of our institutions, clinics, prisons, and streets are filled with fragmented, fragile, and freaked out people who have lost touch with themselves. Some of the most violent crimes are committed by people who have lost touch with themselves. Some of the most gifted people who are living way below their potential do so because they no longer know who they are. Some of the most difficult people to get along with, who are judgmental, always complaining, never satisfied, and hard to get along with, and who are always unhappy, are unhappy with themselves. Those who lack courage to take risks in order to better themselves don't have usually a high opinion of themselves. A healthy, meaningful life begins when you find a self that you can live with and take serious. The poet said, "To thine own self be true." So it is imperative we take an introspective look at ourselves this morning to find and search for our true identity and our authentic self. Several thinkers of antiquity have had something to say about self.